You were listening to chartingwealth.com for Thursday, the 19th of October, 2017. We see the S&P 500 up about a 1/10% for the day. The Q's down about 1/10%. TLT, that's 20-year bonds, down 0.66%. And gold down 0.38%. Now let's jump first on the weekly chart into the S&P 500. As we get toward the end of the week, of course, we continue to see this week accelerate as we've seen over the prior 2 weeks. Up and up for the S&P 500, at least as far as the weekly chart goes. Not as quick as it was moving up that first week, ending the 6th of October, but again, continuing to move up. Remember, we had the weekly vertical crossover back on the 29th of September, and then we had an acceleration that following week, ending on the 6th of October, movement well above the Bollinger Bands, and we're still in that same area. Derivative oscillator gaining energy, and the price percent oscillator continuing to move up. As we hone into that 2-day chart, we can see that again, that movement has slowed down somewhat, not accelerating to the same extent it had been earlier. And again, we just had the latest 2-day candle wrap up again, still more upward price movement, well above the weekly trend line and above the 2-day trend line. Let's see what we see on this 4-hour chart. It continues as this sideways slide had taken place, and then we saw the 4-hour chart drop over going down, continues to be down. Now it may be getting close to rotating over going up. The derivative oscillator has stopped its downward momentum, and actually that reversed somewhere around the 17th, morning of the 17th, Tuesday of this week. And we may see that flipping over the derivative oscillator to green soon, but the price percent oscillator still negative. And again, we had an up morning, sort of a down, a little bit down in the afternoon, shaved off some of that upward movement. So we'll just continue to watch. Now remember, if and when that 4-hour chart crosses over going up, that may be a very good sign to us, if indeed it does that you could jump in at that point if you didn't already get in way back when we had the weekly vertical crossover occurred there at the end of September. Now, let's keep moving through these charts. What do we see going on the Qs? It was down a little bit for the day, 0.12%. It's trying to cross over going up. Derivative oscillators flipped over. Are we going to have a weekly vertical crossover at the end of the week? Don't know yet. We will let you know on the comprehensive review and forecast when it comes out Friday afternoon for the weekend. And of course, if you want to receive our text messaging service, again, another free thing we offer here at chartingwealth.com, you need to go sign up for our daily market reviews at chartingwealth.com. It's absolutely free. Put in your name and your email address, and the instructions are there for you to sign up for the free text messaging. Remember how powerful those weekly vertical crossovers are. They're some of the most powerful things we have. The only thing more powerful is the quarterly crossover. And of course, we only discuss that once every quarter, 4 times a year, every 3 months. So we'll see what we see as we go forward with the weekly chart on the Qs. Now, let's bore in a little deeper. What do we see on the 2-day chart? Well, we're going to need to redraw our trend line. And again, we have movement pretty much on the 2-day chart, connecting so far about 8 days of movement. That's nice to see the trend line working there. And again, the movement continues to move up on the price percent oscillator and the derivative oscillator. We had that 2-day crossover going up back on the 6th. Remember, 2-day crossovers typically portend weekly crossovers, so we'll see if indeed that occurs. And what's happening on the 4-hour chart? Well, it's rolling back a little bit at this point. It has crossed over in the afternoon going down. That's interesting. Derivative oscillators also losing upward momentum. So we'll see if the Qs is actually topping off. Will it end the week up or down? Will there be a crossover or not? Friends, we're not going to forecast that, because what are we? We're trend followers. We're not crystal ball readers. it's safest to follow trends. Trends that are set first by the weekly chart and then moving in the same direction as the 2-day and then waiting for that reversal on the 4-hour chart and jumping in, unless you've got a good jumping in point Monday after 10:30 after the weekly vertical crossover. We'll talk more about that when we have our next one. Okay, let's keep moving through these charts. And again, lots of great training at the website, chartingwealth.com, and also on our YouTube channel. Please, friends, also do go subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for helping us out in all the metrics. You guys have made us as high as like number 4 or 5 in the world in stock trading and stock charting podcasting. Thank you so much. And we appreciate the thousands of folks that subscribe to our YouTube channel and that follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Thank you so much. Let's keep moving through TLT, the 20-year bond fund. What do we see that doing on the weekly chart? With a weekly vertical crossover going down on the week ending the 29th of September. We had a big down week the following week ending the 6th of October. But what we've seen happen is a spinning top on the week ending the 13th, Friday the 13th of October. A green spinning top, which means indecision. And now we've had up movement over the course of the week, although it was a down day, 0.66%. Interesting to watch. Remember, we've been talking about this. The weekly's in a confirmed down move, and as we look at our 2-day chart, we see that it's still in a confirmed down move. Was getting close to crossing over, but hasn't happened. So what's going on that 4-hour chart? Well, it is in a pullback at this point, and if indeed it crosses over going down in the morning or in the afternoon on Thursday or Friday, you might look to jump into a down trade on TLT, the 20-year bond. Again, watch it, get ready to play it, get ready to practice it. Let's see if indeed that occurs. If it happens, it could bounce back up in the morning and this down movement could be done, but a big down morning and a little bit of recovery in the afternoon. So we'll continue to watch and see what we see. Lastly, my friends, we go, as we always do, to gold in a confirmed down move on the weekly and on the 2-day chart. What do we see going on over the last couple of weeks in gold? Remember, we had the weekly vertical crossover going down in gold on the week ending the 6th of October, and then it sort of slid sideways on us over the last few weeks. However, this last week, price percent oscillator has really kicked over going down. Derivative oscillators geared up, going down also, even though price movement shows it sliding sideways. We can see a little more about things as we look at the 2-day chart. We can see that there was a big rollover in gold going down on the 2-day chart starting on the 12th of September all the way down to the 6th. The 6th of October happened to coincide with the same time that the weekly vertical crossover occurred, and then gold ticked up over 6 days, and the last day it has started to roll back over. So we'll continue to watch what's going on. Of course, what's going on that prescient 4-hour chart? You got it, my friends. Those of you who were watching, as we told you to do, we had a 4-hour crossover going down in the morning. And of course, your jumping in point in the afternoon was at the opening around noon at 122.07. The low was 121.63, and we'll continue to see how prescient and how well this 4-hour chart serves us. Remember, we now have all 3 things going in our favor. Well, we have more than 3. We have all 3 of our trend lines going in our favor and our crossovers. That is the weekly, the 2-day, and we've had the rollback occur, and now the 4-hour. So we'll continue to see how this plays out. We'll watch, pay attention. Remember, in gold, the 4-hour chart is a total trading chart. It seems to work every time for us, again and again and again. So let's just see how long this rollback occurs in gold. Don't want to be stupid about it. If for some reason gold, and it looks like it hit the same bottom point both times during the day when the candle ended at 121.67, if gold bounces off that and starts to roll back up, then of course, my friends, we'll pull the plug. But if it keeps going down in line with the weekly and the 2-day chart, we will ride that sucker. Thanks so much, friends. Appreciate you being with us. You have questions, problems, concerns, let us hear from you. CW@chartingwealth.com. We are here for you. The only stupid question is the one you don't ask. God bless from the whole team at chartingwealth.com.